Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tekkit 2. I've been doing a little bit of work in between episodes here. Got the rest of these walls all up, so got that all done. And covered up the progress in here and did a little bit of decorating. So all of my kind of non-sorted storage all exists in here right now. I do eventually want to replace these gold chests with some yellow diamond shulker boxes. I think those will look a lot better in here. And I moved the auto crafting in here now. So all of that is set up. It seems to be going pretty well. We'll get to this in a second. I put this into the auto crafter, but whenever it actually auto crafts something, because it has this funky recipe. So because the plasma core has this funky recipe where it requires multiple things here, so there's like 4 advanced alloys and 2 magnets, it can't actually craft properly in here. It kind of just like pretends to craft it and then just voids some of the items, which is really not ideal. So these might have to be crafted by hand. And then I've also put in this recipe for the plasma cables. And all of this stuff is automated too. So the carbon plates are, obviously we've had that automated for a while. These are still going to have to manually be put in here, which isn't the end of the world. Yeah. Then over here is extra outputs for any of the auto crafting recipes. And then these are all of the machines and all of our EMC items that feed into all of those crafting recipes. So over here we can see everything doing its thing. All of our logistics pipes making everything look super happy. So we've got our rare earth extractors getting obsidian. We've got the charged electrolyzers making magnets. These don't do anything. This one does. This one turns sticky resin into rubber. We've got refined iron being created. We've got coal dust being created. And then the plasma fires here making all of our plasma cells, which for some reason, I don't have a spot for these to go. Need to get that figured out. Got one thing making scrap, and we got 3 things making UU matter. And these blocks are where all of the machines in the future are going to go. So we got plenty of room for plenty of machines in here. These are all of the compressors. And yeah, kind of just did some decorating and made everything look good. And just kind of ignore the torch spam on top. I didn't want mobs spawning up there. Still need to do something about the rest of this, but I do have plans. So we want to get into galactic craft sometime soon, as well as forestry, railcraft, and we definitely need a force field around this whole place, because that would be super cool. I know we have land protection stuff on, but I mean, it's a force field. You gotta have one. While I was sorting through all of this movement and reorganization of everything, I crafted up this EU reader and this pipe controller, which turned out to be super handy. Well, the pipe controller not as much, because if you look in here, you can add in different upgrades. So I have these disconnect upgrades. So like here, if I didn't have that, this pipe was always connecting to this rare earth extractor instead of to this charged electrolyzer, which was not ideal when I was trying to work with all of these different modules and making sure that the dead magnets went into the electrolyzer rather than into the rare earth extractor. So that was a little handy with that, but I was kind of hoping I could run power directly through everything, because there are some upgrades. Let's take a look at those real quick. If we look at the upgrades for our logistics pipes, there are these power transportation upgrades, which if we could have run the EU MV power supplier upgrade in each of these and had power going directly through the logistics pipes, it would have been super convenient, would have made all of this a lot cleaner. All these machines could have been like directly next to each other with the pipes behind, but unfortunately I think this is all discontinued and obsolete at this point, since they don't seem to work, and if we look at it, there's no crafting recipe. I can't even click on these. This one does, the power transportation upgrade, but I was checking it out in a creative world and it doesn't actually seem to do anything. So, yeah. And then there's also this EU reader, which is super handy. So for example, if I look at like the plasma fire, it'll tell me how much power it's actually pulling. So we can see it's almost 6,000 EU per tick. which is a lot. And that's averaged over, I don't know, it's 47,000 ticks. But let's look at a different one. So here, we start a new measurement, and we click it again, and we're averaging 3.1. We look at like this one, you see 1 in, 0 out. Yeah, pretty handy. And we can use that on different cables as well. Can I actually access a cable here? Yeah, so we like access this cable. You can see we got 4 going in, 4 going out. And if we do like this one, we see 11 in, 11 out. Yeah, so that's been super handy trying to sort out power. And I do need to actually come back in and redo power 2 because I actually set up everything backwards according to the dev. So I have all of my MFEs directly as outputs to the machines, when really the solar panels should be outputting to an MFE, and then all my cables coming from there instead of directly from the solar panels. So I think that's not something I'm going to worry about today, but in between episodes, I will sort all of that out. And I don't know why this pipe... Oh, it's an unrouted pipe. That's why. We don't actually need that with there. Alright, I think it's time we head to the end and see if we can get some shulker shells to replace all these gold chests. So, this should be pretty quick. I don't think this should be too far away. Okay, well somebody has definitely been to this fortress before. All these are filled in. So let's just go ahead and hop into the end. I'll go scout around and see if we can find some shulkers. Okay, yeah, the dragon's definitely been beaten already. Looks like the egg is still here. I don't know why someone didn't grab that. I definitely would have grabbed it. I'll let them come back and see if they want it. But if they don't, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. I also need to come back with some scoops so I can grab some of these ender hives. And looks like we've got an end portal? What are these things called? Exit portal? I don't remember what these are called. We got one, it looks like. What is that? It's a random platform above here. That's weird. Oh, what? Oh, I bet someone respawned the dragon and it freaked out and like respawned the pillars but messed them up somehow. Yeah, so there's another gateway. I think that's the word, gateway. Over there. So that looks like the newer one. So if we want to go find shulkers, maybe we go ahead through that one. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Maybe. Does it not work if I'm flying? Yeah, it doesn't like that I'm flying. Okay, I'm gonna go fly around a bit, see if we can find some end cities. Well, right away, there's one right here. And it looks like it even still has shulkers. I don't see a ship at all nearby. So we'll just go ahead and loot this and see what we can get. Alright, so I got 3 shulker shells from that, and it turns out these actually have an EMC value. So we can... Oh, there's another one I missed apparently. I don't see him. But anyways, we can just shove these in here and we can actually go ahead and just create as many of these as we could ever want. So I don't actually need to go get more, but I am going to go look and see if I can find a city with a ship just so I can get an Elytra, which I'm assuming also has an EMC value. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so Elytras are actually going to be a little bit rarer. So let's go see if we can find 1 or 2 of them. And there it is, the first end ship. I'm flying around a bit, found a few other cities. They're all super tiny. This is actually the biggest one I've seen so far. But let's go ahead and grab that Elytra, and I think we're just gonna get the one for now. Cool. And yep, that does not have an EMC value. So if we need any more of these, which I don't even know what they're used for anything. Let's take a look real quick. So we can make... Oh, we can dye it black. We need a dragon scale to do that. Oh, I guess we could have made one with UU matter. It takes quite a bit. What's that, like almost 2 stacks of UU matter to make an Elytra? Forgot about that. But yeah, so that make... Oh, it makes a copy. So you would keep it and then you get a secondary dyed black one. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think this is used for anything else. Yeah, you can enchant it. You can repair it. That's it. It's hoping to be used for something cool. Guess not. Oh well. Let's get back to the overworld. And now that we're back, we can go ahead and make this yellow diamond shulker box. So let's see, we need a gold shulker box, we need an iron shulker box, we need a yellow shulker box. I guess we just need to make a shulker box in the first place, huh? Okay, that isn't it. Is that it? There we go. Why is it giving me a thing? Okay, let's actually teach this to here real quick. That way we have it. Seems like a good thing. And I'll just click upgrade through all of these and we'll have some nice handy different levels of shulker boxes now. So let's take a look at that and we can see, yep, we got double the space of a standard shulker. Pretty cool. All right, I am back and these are all installed now. And I really don't like how that looks. So I also went ahead and made one side gray, which I think looks a lot better. So I'm just going to go ahead and swap out all of these yellow ones for some gray ones. And that already looks much better. So I think that is what I'm going to stick with. And with that diamond shulker, we have all sorts of room to store stuff. So that's super convenient. And I think that's going to be it for storage. I don't think I'll actually have to expand this too much. Because we have plenty of stuff for auto crafting. Got like 2 aisles of it. We got plenty of room for just kind of storage of that auto crafting stuff. Got plenty of room for machines. I think this is good, at least for like the auto crafting side and the IC2 side. And we got plenty of room over here for some new stuff. So I'm not sure where I want to go next. None of these are going to happen this episode, but do let me know what you want to see. I'm kind of leaning towards Galacticraft. I think it would be really cool to go to the moon. But I do also want to start getting into bees, just because that's kind of fun to do. I know pretty much any material we can get from bees, we can get through a transmutation tablet. It's just fun. I mean, Railcraft is the same, and so is the force field. We'll see. I'm really leaning towards Galacticraft. I think it'd be really cool to go to the moon. Now it's time to hop back into IC2 a little, and see if we can fill out some more of this auto crafting so we can work our way to this ultimate hybrid solar panel. And I've gone ahead, I went through all of the recipes in here, and I think this is absolutely everything that we need to finish crafting up this ultimate hybrid solar panel. So I think I'm going to start with the Uranium Enricher and just get that set up, because I think it's the only machine we're missing to sort out all these parts. And this is going to be used for making, I think, just the refined uranium ingot. And then I think it also needs this ender pearl to get us the ender pearl enriched uranium ingot. I think there's one more step. Maybe that's it. I don't think we need nether stars. Okay, and here's the recipe for that uranium enricher. So we're going to need a vacuum canner that's new, and I think everything else we've done before. So the vacuum canner, compressed air, a canning machine, and a pump. Canning machine, that's simple. Okay, and the pump, that is also pretty simple. So I'm gonna get one of these crafted up. Actually, how do I make these? The compressor. Okay, that's super easy too. Okay, so I'm gonna get a uranium enricher. Maybe I'll do 2. I'll do 2. I'm gonna get a couple of these crafted up, get them installed, and we'll take a look at them real quick. All right, and here is the uranium enricher installed. I already have it automatically inputting ender pearls. And the refined uranium ingot, which is coming from a compressor over here. That's taking the uranium ore from an energy condenser over here. So we should have our first, what is this, ender pearl enriched uranium ingot in just a second here. And that is going to be used to make the irradiant uranium? Yeah. So then we'll need some glowstone and some UU matter. And that will give us the irradiant uranium, which is then used in one of these. I don't remember which one. In here? Yeah, the irradiant glass pane, which goes into something here. I don't remember which one. There's so much crafting that still has to happen here. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it goes in here? No. Scenarium? I don't know where it is. It doesn't matter. We got our first one. Ender pearl enriched uranium ingot. which I guess we'll have to go put into one of these crafting tables to be able to craft that irradiant uranium. So I'm going to see how many of these patterns I can get set up in here. I'm thinking I'm going to need some more of the quick sort filters and the item sync filters, since I'm getting very low on these. Maybe I'll make an automation for these too. That could be handy. Alright, and a few more things added in. And hopefully that's enough that we should be getting an advanced solar panel here in just a second. Looks like we're missing the advanced circuits still, which are probably going to go kind of slow. Yeah, they're missing the basic circuit, which looks like they're going along just fine. Looks like they're out of refined iron. So does that mean this one thing is not keeping up? Yeah, that's not keeping up. Looks like we need to set up a second one. Alright, the second one is now heating up, and that'll start producing a lot more refined iron soon. Maybe I'll go ahead, set up a third one, and I went and set up a second rotary Emacerator for more coal too, since it looks like this first one is not quite keeping up. Hopefully we can keep an eye on those and make sure we're actually producing enough of the base materials so that this advanced, what's it called, ultimate hybrid solar panel won't take too terribly long to create. I guess that's done, so I can mark that one off too. Alright, and the first few advanced solar panels are crafted. So that's another step closer to the ultimate hybrid solar panel. Those go into the hybrid solar panel, right? Yeah, cool. We've already got those medium voltage panels done. Do we have iridium plates set? I don't think so. And I think we're at the point now where we're actually getting really low on UU matter. I used to have one of these chests having UU matter, and, well, there's none there. And over here we can look at production, and yeah, there's not much there, and there's none waiting in the plasma fire, and yeah, we're a little bit short on that. So might craft up a few more mass fabricators in between episodes so that we can have a little bit more UU matter production. And I think we're also going to be slowed down by this Uranium Enricher. Well, maybe not. That thing seems to be fully... Well, I guess that's the problem then. If that's fully stacked up, it means we don't have enough. So I said I was going to make two, then I made one, so I'll actually make two. Put the other one here. Should be good to go after that. This might get moved to another spot because it's kind of weird. So the way this thing works, it has two inputs and an output, and they're all different faces of the plasma fire, which is kind of annoying because that means I need pipes on those three different faces, which is like the top, the right side, and the bottom. And I think these are at a similar point right now too, because right now it's not actually extracting the produced UU matter. It was before, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. That quick sort module should be taking care of that, but it's not. So these might get moved over next to like the compressors here. I might make a stack of uranium enrichers over here as well. Kind of consolidate things a little bit, make it a little bit more organized, clean this up. This will probably get its own corner in the back or something, since that wiring just ends up being so messy. But yeah, it's nice seeing that these are done. Looks like we're missing the low voltage solar panels. Yeah, so let's see. Low voltage solar panels are this one, I think. Yeah, low voltage solar panels. So these are used for both the advanced solar panel as well as the medium voltage solar panel. So maybe what needs to happen is instead of sending things over here, because this takes 31 sacks, which means we're kind of losing out on some of those low voltage solar panels when they always go here. Because it seems to be a priority for them to go here for some reason, rather than like splitting evenly. That's something I'll figure out in between episodes too. And I think with these, that's where we're going to leave this episode. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.